If you say no gracias to pan dulce in the morning, you'll actually avoid your sugar crash by 10 a.m. My name is Roy and I was able to lose 65 pounds of fat in less than 6 months. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do the same. You're going to have to maximize eating protein. The more protein that you're going to eat, the more fat you're actually going to burn. Protein doesn't actually make you fat. It actually helps you build muscle. So if you eat muscle, you will gain muscle. So that being said, you should also go on the Aztec diet. That is where you eat strictly just meats and fruits. I actually have a grocery haul in my program in the link below. One of my main protein sources was going to be ground beef. The reason why I love it is because you can cook it so easily, season it the way I like it. So start eating beef, chicken, pork, tuna, and cut out the processed garbage. The more protein you actually eat, you'll be able to actually gain clearer skin, have a sharper mind, lose fat, have way more energy than you have right now. If you had to put on a price to make your brain feel sharper, where would you price it at? Feel energetic? Feel confident every day? Protein is one of the best returns on investments. You could literally buy a $5 pack of ground beef, which gives you the most nutrient dense as well as high in protein, rather than a $5 McDonald's meal. You should really stop supporting obesity. Fast food is always going to keep you tired, weak, and fat, and overall lose your money. Don't fall into the trap where beef is expensive. Investing into your body is never a loss. And the thing is, the more protein you'll eat, it is very hard to overeat it. So your body will tell you to stop. This will actually keep you fuller for a very long time. I highly recommend to start cutting out bread. If you still believe the pyramid scheme is still valid, you are essentially wrong. It is a total scam. That pyramid scheme that was thrown out in America but was never tested for experimentation. Do you really think that 40 to 50% of our meals should be carb-filled based? It's not going to make you sustain or lose weight. You are obviously suffocated from that fat that you still have. Rolls on top of rolls? Brother, you've been lied to. This saying of being carb loaded is only really essentially for athletes. But here's the thing. You're not an athlete just yet. But you can be with a workout program you could try in a link below. You see it around the whole world, especially in the Hispanic culture. There's a lot of obese Hispanics. And it just sickens me that they have to live life like that because they don't know. They don't know what the food that they're eating here in America changes them. There isn't a lot of protein when you're eating the Hispanic food. Very little. Maybe 20% of it's actually protein. You're always going to be eating beans and rice and tortillas. That's the only thing you'll have access to because it's still cheap. You live in America. You don't have to constantly keep eating those meals. 80% of your meals are probably carb-based, with only 20% of protein filled with it. But here's the thing. Let's say if you actually do cut off the bread. What now? We're going to be mostly talking about switching the carb sources for fruit, because essentially I know that you have a sweet tooth. We all do. I do sometimes. That's why I always recommend eating fruit, because you really can't overeat it that much, and if it's not sweet enough, you could always add honey to it, and nothing's wrong with honey at all. The only reason why you probably need all that amount of more sugar is because the companies that you're eating have hijacked your taste buds, but it has become the result that you are right now. You don't want that for the rest of your life. Therefore, you need to start drinking a lot of water. Water will literally flush out every toxin that you have. It will actually replenish damaged cells, improve your system. The high fructose corn syrup isn't going to help you. These diet drinks aren't going to help you. You really think that these companies are there to help you because they're diet friendly? You're just being marketed, buddy. They don't care about who you are. They just care about your money, and that's essentially it. You're not supposed to drink these lab-based products. Not to mention, water is going to keep you fuller and regulate your hormones to be properly working. Water is so cheap. You spend more money on drinking something that's more pleasurable than just water. Without water, you just dehydrate yourself, which always leads to negative feedbacks in your body. Fatigue, brain fog, forgetting things. It's all from not drinking enough water. I really wish there was this advice out there when I was losing weight. Click on this video right here if you want to continue learning more. Put down that fork and go lift some weights, brother, and I'll see you soon.